Computer. Hello. Hello, Limbo.
Yes.
Why is it Hello Limbo, brother?
Uh, it's actually one of my, I don't know, like nicknames, home names that my family used. So
I
yeah, I
see,
just
I
went
see.
with it.
I see, I see. It's a nice name. Where are you from, by the way? Nepal, right?
Yeah, I was born in Singapore. I lived there for quite some time. Then I moved to Nepal and currently now in the UAE.
Ooh. All right, boys. So before we actually start backtesting, before we actually start, before we actually start talking about trading, we got to talk about mindset lah first. Okay. We got to talk about mindset. See, I've rehearsed this shit already, man. We got to talk about mindset. Okay. Most people think that they can be rich in what? After a session. I'm not going to say one day or a few hours after a session. But really, you're not going to get rich after a session. You're just going to learn more. And so, just going to learn more. And in order to truly get rich from the market, you're going to have to take time to get rich. It's not, I've heard people able to do this for like what? Able to do this after, let's say, a month. The craziest one, a month lah. The craziest one. But then me personally, it took me 5 months. It took me half a year to get it right, to get to the level where I can explain everything. Whatever happens in the market, it goes up or it goes down. I'm able to explain it. I'm able to understand it. I'm able to digest it. And the most important thing is that I'm able to learn from my mistakes. So, the worst saying in the world? The worst saying in the world is that, oh, the market is not ours. We lost because it is what it is. Sometimes we lose, sometimes we win. To me, that's bullshit. Why? Because if your technique and way of understanding is not enough to explain the market as a whole, then you shouldn't trade because it's very risky for you. So the ability to learn from your mistakes is something that you have to focus on. Okay, now that it went down, am I able to learn from this movement? Am I able to learn from my profits? Am I able to learn from my mistakes? Okay, because once you are able to learn from your mistakes, now you can start what? You can start growing as a trader. Okay, the best traders are people who are able to grow. They are not only able to grow an account, but they are able to grow as a human being. They're able to make trading as something that is a continuous process of learning. So once you are able to make trading as a continuous process of learning, then you are on your right path. Okay. And also one thing is that if you are confused, then do not be confused. One thing you have to know that is that you cannot be confused. When you see the market, right? When you see the market and you're like, why the fuck is it going up? Why the fuck is it going down? Like, first of all, take a step back and look at the market again. Look at the market again. You have to understand whether it's a weekly, whether it's a weekly or daily movement. Because at the end of the day, it's only one of these two. Only one of these two. Okay? It's only one of these two movements. Is it a weekly or is it a daily movement? So let's say, now let's talk about this. So you guys have learned direction already, right? Okay, so direction, Okay, remember direction. Now I can fully talk about direction because we've been through a very interesting week last week. And so now the concepts about direction can be much easier explained. Okay, and so number one, direction, of course, it's closing and breakout. Closing plus breakout. Closing higher time frame, breakout lower time frame, which is H4 only. Okay. Second is freshers. I call it FF lah. No, I call it T only lah. Nah, easy. Freshers, I just call it T. Plus breakout. Right now, guys, my way of talking about freshers, right? I like to use a red line and a blue line. Okay, what is the red line and the blue line? Can someone guess for me?
For the red line is
What is it, Daddy?
for the red line is a fresh and the blue line is freshest.
Wow, very good. Okay. Hey Kai, when I say what? Hey Kai, hi. What do you say now?
Freshers.
COVID
very
positive,
nice.
this guy.
Hi Kai. Okay.
Hello, Kai.
What's up lah?
dah lah pregnant. Ayo. Okay. So red is fresh. Why is it red? Because it is a symbolic of don't entry. Okay, don't entry on fresh. Okay, and then blue is freshers, which is symbolic of if entry, everything turn blue. Okay, I feel like a genius when I do this. Okay, so fresh is for red, freshers is for blue. So after this, you can understand that there's no such thing as entry at fresh. You must entry at freshers. Okay, so this one, next is the next way of determining direction is, of course, first touch plus breakout. First touch plus breakout is, you see, okay, let's say this is a weekly level. This is a weekly level, right? Okay, let's say this is a weekly fresh level. Okay, but then the freshers is over here. Am I correct? No, of course I'm correct, right? Okay, so freshers is up there, fresh is down there. In a very rare scenario, this happens. Price arrives, right? Price arrives, boom. It touches this, and then it breaks out everything. Once it does this is a very rare scenario, but it happened last week. Okay, so when price does this, take this level, continue je H4. Okay, continue je. All right, because that's what happened last week. But then, you see, this is the weekly line. Okay, this is the weekly line, weekly fresh. This one is the weekly freshest, right? And so, what is the roadblock to weekly? Daily, precise. Okay, and then so what happened was basically what it went down. Sorry, it went down. Boom. Went down. Boom. Took this daily. It went up, and then the weekly freshers. What is the weekly freshers? Weekly freshers is what time frame?
H4
daily. So you skip one time frame only. Okay, you go down one time frame only. H4, H1, weekly, daily. Okay, and then so what happened here was basically, since it's a daily and this was daily, and weekly freshers, of course, is also a daily place. It came there, pop, and then price really went down last week. And so how it happened was basically like this. I get it, I get it. Should you want? I get it. I get it. Da. So actually, I think you all understand already how I entry. I think you all really understand how I entry actually. You see? This guy. This guy. And then. Ay, tak kena. Oh. Ay. Stupid broker. Sekejap. I tukar broker sekejap Oh ya, kena. Cool. Okay. Why is this a level? So, it is a level because, okay, one thing that you're going to learn today. This is the 5th type of SNR. This one, okay, this one, and then breakout again, still can be used. Okay, still can be used. This one can be considered as fresh also. Okay, so when you see the weekly down here, okay, this one, this guy here, okay, and then daily, ta-da! Get it? You guys get it? Friends?
Still trying to digest it.
Okay.
So I don't think you entry right away, right? You check
You
the
can.
lower time first.
You can entry right away. You can entry right away. You can, definitely can. But if you want to wait,
Let's go.
let's go. Kai likes to entry lah, places like this. Like, crazy lah, this guy. Hebat lah. Okay. And then down here, price took this level. Sekejap. Oh yeah. It's okay lah. Let me teach entry first lah. Later if I go on talking about entry, saya cakap you don't understand pula. Sekejap. Let's talk about entry. So these guys will be your main directions. How to determine your direction. If this happens, then the direction is confirmed lah. Okay. So let's a lot of people out there, they like to wait for closing. Like let's say for the weekly direction to be confirmed, you must wait for the weekly closing. But I don't believe in that. Okay, I don't believe in that. Why? Because I believe that if a weekly setup has happened, then the breakout has happened already, the direction has changed already. Okay, there's no need to wait for closing. Some people say at least wait for daily closing lah until to make sure to confirm the weekly direction. No. I make it easy for you. Closing is second. The most important is what setup it gives when it reaches the weekly or daily zone. Okay, so yeah, once it has given a setup, it doesn't have to close. Okay, then you can pretend, and then it breaks out, you can pretend that the direction has started already. You cannot pretend, you can already start following the direction lah. Okay, so this is direction. Very easy explanation, but it is very hard to execute. Okay, so it takes time, it takes effort. Give yourself a few months. It took me 5 months. Maybe it will take you more, maybe it will take you less. Hopefully it takes you less because I'm a stupid fool, So yeah. Okay. So first of all, let's talk about entries. Where's Dan? It's weird that Dan isn't here. He died already. Hey, Kai gone already.
See, basically when you said like weekly level, so in weekly and as when price is approaching weekly SNR levels, so you will just like look for price action in like H4 breakout, maybe trend line, reverse trend line, something like that.
Okay, okay. Let me explain my whole philosophy for entries first. Okay,
Mhm.
and then we'll go back to your question. Okay.
Yeah, okay, sure, sure.
Okay. So on entries. So my type of entries. You guys like to talk about trend line, right? Now we talk about trend line lah. Daddy loves his trend lines, you know. Okay.
Yeah, I wish to learn from you.
Yes, yes. Wait, I love trend lines as well. Trend lines, back when I started, trend lines, some seafoods, they pull like spider web. Oh, they pull like spider web. I'm like, oh my god, this must be the holy grail, you know. But like, actually, better only. Okay, trend line is just another technique. Okay, it's just another technique. It's special, but SNR can be special as well. Trendline can be special as well. It's not something that you must have for every trade. It's basically, you got to understand one thing is that what the market gives you take. Okay, like sometimes there's no trend line. Sometimes sometimes there's no trend line there. So there's no trend line. Don't force a trend line. Okay, because a lot of people out there, they like to force a trend line, you know. They're like, hey, I think there's a trend line here. You know, wait, let me show you. Let me show you. Let's say they take H1 lah. Let's say they take H1. You see this level. You see this level. These two levels technically are SNR, right? So trend line is basically two SNRs together. Some people are they're like, oh, okay, I take this the first point, take the second point. Oh my god, it reacted, you know? No. Okay. And some people and they're like, oh yo, I think like okay, this one. I want to take this as my first point, on take this as my second point. Oh my god. Nah, bro. Nah. Okay. The thing is about the market is that you can't force it to do what you want. Okay, you cannot force it to do what you want. If the market gives that, then that's that. If the market gives this, then it's this. Don't force your trades. Okay, don't force your trades. You're gonna have to learn to wait a lot. You're going to have to learn to wait a lot when it comes to the market, because you see, trading, right? Trading is 90% waiting, 10% entry. So there are people out there that I know that they are like what? They entry all the time, you know. And you see, even if you entry all the time, right? Your life isn't they say santai lah in my language, which means that it's not relaxed. Okay. So what you want is a few trades, but quality trades. Okay. Few trades, but quality trades. Because what you want is to follow the direction. You don't want to be stressed, you know. You don't want to be stressed because you went for a scalping, okay, and then you're like, oh shit, why didn't I close sooner? I thought I could get 30 pips, but the market only gives me 20. And that's happened to me before. And so I don't want that to happen to you. Okay. All I want you to do is just follow the direction. Follow the direction. Okay. Right now, by the way, direction for weekly is sell. Okay. Not buy, sell. Okay. So what I want you to do is basically remember, entry must follow direction. Must be at good roadblock. Must be at good roadblock or continuation. Okay, must be a good roadblock or continuation. What is a good roadblock? Okay, so first of all, let's talk about trend lines. Okay, no, I like to entry using SNR. So let's talk about SNR. Okay. Okay, wait. Ayo, I have so much things to say to all of you lah. Okay, direction first. Monthly. Okay. Weekly. Daily. These guys are your direction setters. Okay. But always focus on weekly, not monthly. Okay. Monthly is something called long-term direction. Long-term direction. What does that mean? What does that mean? Can someone tell me what that means?
It's like what do you call it? Swing.
Swing, precisely. Okay. Let me tell you. How do I say it? Monthly, it's a 1 day kind of thing. It's a 1 day kind of thing. 1 day. So let's say the monthly closing says buy, right? The monthly closing says buy. And so the thing is about monthly is that it won't follow monthly unless weekly is settled. So weekly is your main direction. Monthly is a 1 day thing. Let's say monthly closes above the SNR. I show you, I show you, come, I show you. You see this? Monthly closes above this SNR, am I correct?
Yes.
Okay, but then how come it goes down? Because it has to settle weekly time frame first. Weekly has to be settled first before monthly can follow its direction. Okay, so understand that just because monthly says buy, it's not going to boom skyrocket immediately. It has, because weekly is going to be the godfather. Weekly is basically the godfather's son. The godfather is monthly. Weekly is basically the godfather's son. It's basically like, how do I say? It's basically weekly can destroy monthly's plans. Okay, so what I want to tell you is basically monthly is very important, but it is long term. 1 day it will go down, but maybe not today. Okay, maybe not today, maybe not tomorrow, hell, maybe not even next month. Sorry, over here dia kata monthly wants to go up, monthly will go up, but maybe not today, maybe not tomorrow, maybe not next week, maybe not even next month, but 1 day when weekly and monthly are together, it will fly. Okay, 1 day, but maybe not today. Get it?
Okay.
Got it. Lovely. Okay, so because weekly is going to be our main direction, your current direction. Okay, so basically I wouldn't say that monthly is very, very important, don't get me wrong, but weekly will always be your main direction, because if the weekly is not completed, the monthly cannot complete. Okay, so if let's say, okay, back to our quiz, we must have a today. My plan is to make it a very long session. Okay, a very, very long session, so you guys got to bear with me. Okay, so let's say monthly, so we got to do a bit of logic testing here. Okay, the market has to feel like logic to you. Monthly, okay, let's say monthly say sell, but weekly say buy. What do you do now? Do you sell or do you buy?
Which one
Buy,
answer?
buy, 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 buy.
You buy, 100% you buy. Okay, because weekly will always be the main direction. Okay, monthly is the long-term direction. Okay, and so let's say monthly say sell, we take it very, very slow, boys. We take it very, very slow. You only 2 people. Okay, only 2 people, so we can take it very, very slow. Okay, monthly say sell, weekly say sell. So of course like you sell, right? Takkan like you buy. If you buy, you are the dumbest human in the world. Okay, Don't buy. Okay. So let's say monthly, sorry. Now we go daily. Daily, right? Daily is short-term direction. Short-term direction. Short-term direction. But daily has to complete before, in order for weekly to follow its direction. Daily has to complete before weekly continues its direction. So now we go back to our quiz. We go back to our quiz. Hey, I like the way I teach. Wow. You are on a roll today, Arif. Okay, so monthly, say sell. I don't like the color blue lah. I want to change the color lah. Monthly, say sell. Weekly, say buy. Weekly, say sell. Daily, say buy. You buy or you sell?
I'm buy.
Buy, exactly. Exactly. And then you buy until the next daily sell. And then you sell lah. Okay?
Okay.
If monthly, say buy. So now we make it complicated. If monthly, say buy. Weekly, say sell. Daily, say buy. You buy or you sell?
Buy first.
You buy because of daily. Daily has to complete first. Okay? Daily has to complete first. And then weekly can continue. Okay? And then weekly can continue. Weekly has to complete first. And then monthly can continue. Okay? Yeah, I'm a bit worried. Where is Dan? I've never seen Dan for quite some time. Never mind. Okay. But if
Nobody in the lobby. No
I
one's
don't
joining.
I don't think so. Yeah, no one's in the lobby, but okay, never mind. Later I'll talk to him. Okay. So monthly say buy, weekly say sell, daily say sell. You sell or you buy?
Sell first.
You sell first. You don't buy. Okay. And what is the function of, okay, you see, people are so interested about what? People are so interested about how to entry, what is the sharpest entry position, entry way, how do I get all those shadow entries? I get shadow entries all the time, but I don't focus on shadow entries. You see my entries, sometimes they have a bit of rotate, but they always go, right?
Yes.
You see, the thing is about trading is that direction is more important than entry. Like one of my shifus, right? One of my shifu, he's the type of guy, once he understands direction, right? He just pulls a trend line and entries at whatever trend line. He doesn't care, have engulf, don't have engulf, and then he holds. He doesn't have an SL. He just holds. And then but at the end of the day, he's rich now. Why? It's because he understands direction very well and he doesn't take entries very seriously. He just like, okay, the direction says sell, I sell lah. You know? And so, but then I don't recommend doing that lah. Okay, because his capital is very big. Okay, so he can sell wherever and direction says sell, also he can sell. Okay. So my recommendation is that focus on direction and then you find entry. Focus on direction first. Entry is something else. And you see, you're going to have a problem. You're going to have a problem if your time frames start from H1 and below. You start entry, okay, I think H1 says doing this. I think H1 says doing that. Hey, no. Boy, no. These guys first. Okay? These guys first. These guys will always come first. Okay? Nothing else but these guys when it comes to direction. Okay? So, Yahoo has joined Snapchat. Okay. And so next we have H4. H4, the function of H4 is to follow. Is to what? Repeat after me.
H4 is follow.
It's to follow. That is the only function of H4. And of course, to determine breakouts. I mean BO. Okay, that's all. That's all. That is basically all. Habis. Done. Direction. Done. 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 Okay. That is the art of direction. That is the only thing I use in direction. Okay. When it comes to entries, and then we use H1, M5, M15. Okay. But when it comes to direction, this is all. This is all. You're going to have to believe in this with your heart and soul, and all the money you have in your account, you're going to have to believe in this. Monthly is long-term direction. If monthly says buy, it's not going to buy today. It's not going to buy tomorrow. Maybe it will buy tomorrow, who knows, but only after what is complete. After what? What has to complete?
Weekly.
Weekly has to complete first, and then monthly, and then the day will come. And then the day has come when monthly, weekly, daily align. Boom, everything will break until the next monthly. Okay? But let's say monthly say buy, weekly say sell. Do you buy or do you sell?
Sell.
You sell, because monthly has to respect weekly. Weekly has to follow its direction first, and then monthly can sambung. Because there are people out there, and that sambung means continue, okay? There are people out there, they say, oh, monthly buy. At every opportunity to buy, they go and buy because monthly say buy. Hey, you forgot. You forgot the existence of weekly. So you cannot buy. You cannot buy when monthly says buy. You can only buy when monthly and weekly and daily all say buy. Okay? So your main direction will always be weekly, not monthly, weekly. Okay? Next, daily. Daily will always be the roadblock to weekly. If weekly say sell, daily say buy. Do you sell or do you buy?
Buy.
You buy first, because daily has to complete first, and then weekly can continue. That is basically it. That is basically it. And then H4, the function of H4 is for your continuations and for your trend lines. H4 is our ultimate time frame. For daily, you want to find trend line, you find a H4 trend line. If you want to entry on a weekly, you want to find a trend line, you find a H4 trend line. Okay? Trend lines all come from H4 only. All come from H4 only. Don't think about other trend lines. You can lah, of course, thinking about other trend lines, because all trend lines are valid. But in my world, H4 only. Because once you understand the power of H4, you know, why H4? You must be asking me, like, why isn't it H1? What's so cool about H4? H4, if you look closely, if you backtest closely at all the movements of the market, right? Then it must be a H4. They must make a H4 setup first, and then the market can move freely. Before a giant breakout, there must be a H4 setup. Before the big fucking breakout, like boom, breakout up or breakout down, there must be a H4 setup. And you're going to realize that if the direction says buy, and then after a buy continuation on H4, everything breaks. Not H1. H1 is not what moves the market, it's H4. So you are going to have to backtest that and look closely. Oh, H4. But there's only one con. There's only one bad thing about the way I teach, is that you're going to have to wait. You're going to have to wait. Sometimes in a day, they can give you 3 entries. Sometimes in 3 days, there are no entries. But there must be entry every single week. There must be at least 3. At least 3, at most unlimited. There's times where in a day they give 3, again, I'm going to repeat myself. At times in a day, they give 3. At times in a day, they give, in 3 days, they give now no entries. So you're going to have to deal with that. Okay? Because you trade, because you want quality. Quantity comes from quality. The quantity of money, the ridiculous amounts of money, flipping accounts, they all come from waiting. Waiting. Okay?
Okay, T.
Lovely. Okay, wow. I like the way I'm teaching today. I have a, wow, okay, let's go. All right.
We got no vibe today.
I got a vibe today, huh? Thank you. All right. And so now, okay, that is direction. Okay, I'm going to delete the old video because the old video was shit. Okay, I don't like that video. I look at the video, I'm like, bro, you can do better than this. You piece of shit. Okay, so this is the true direction. Okay, and so now let's see H1. Now we move to entries. Okay, what is the function of H1? Can someone tell me?
For entry only.
For entry only, the function of H1 is to entry only. Is for you to pair it with H4. It will be what is the function of H1? Entry, but be more specific. What kind of level will H1 be?
Precious.
The freshest level, and it will only work with H4. H4 freshest level is H1. Daily freshest level is H4. Weekly freshest level is daily. And that's all. Okay? H1 is just for your freshers. And then last but not least, and so H4, now that is why we take it step by step. I explain about direction first, and then I explain about entries. So H4 also follow entry. D1 to short-term direction and also entry. Why is D1 entry? D1 is freshest level for
Weekly.
weekly. H4 is freshest level for
Daily.
for daily. Precisely. Okay, that is how you entry. And then also you're going to have to use the smaller time frames. So what is it? M15, M5. M15 is for your daily setups. M5 is for your weekly, stupid H4 setups. Okay. And for weekly, M30, whatever lah. Okay. Ta-da! And you're done. And what do I mean by daily, H4, weekly setup? What do I mean by, okay, wait. I don't like my explanation. These guys will be your observation of momentum. Okay, David, you've seen you've asked the question at the group about why you observe, right, that if price approaches a certain level with proper momentum, 100% it will bounce, correct?
Yeah, correct.
100% it will bounce. And you see what happens if price approaches a certain zone with like a crazy momentum. What happens?
Absolutely destroyed.
Absolutely destroyed. You see, I have this one Sifu, right? You see, this is the function of learning from a lot of Sifus, and then you clump it all together. Basically, you learn with me, it's basically like learning with all my teachers. Why? Because I love my teachers. I take care of their knowledge, and then I try to put it in at every single slot that I think needs to be put in. And to me, this is the complete product, in my opinion. Okay, maybe it's not a type of strategy where you can look at the lower time frames and entry every single time. It's going to take time, but my kind of way, if you really take your time to understand it, you are going to be a crazy swing trader, amazing swing trader. Your pips are minimum 100, minimum 100. Okay. And so this is for your observation of momentum, because I have this one Sifu, right? Let's say this is the level for buy. Let's say this is the level for buy. This is the level. Right now, we only use blue and red lines. Red line for no entry, which is fresh. Blue line for your entry, which is freshers. Price, now when you look at, this is the M5 view, okay? The M5 view, M5. Price, if it approaches like this, whoa, here, he crazy, he go and sell here. At the support, he go and sell. And then price go up a bit, he go, as long as he go up, he sell. Boom, go down. I have that Sifu, okay? Yeah. And so you're like, oh, how the fuck does this guy know that this support will break, man? The reason he knows is because he looks at the lower time frames. He looks at whether the lower time frame say it want to respect that SNR or not. But I don't recommend you selling on support, okay? Don't do that, because sometimes it can go a bit further than you want. Sometimes it bounces like 40 to 50 pips and then it goes down again. You don't want that, do you? Okay. So my way of trading is that I don't sell at support even though I can. I don't sell at support even though I can. But I sell at resistance, of course. But then I know whether this support can be broken or not. I know whether this resistance can be broken or not. Okay?
Okay.
Very nice. So M5 is for what kind of setup?
H4.
For H4. For M15, same thing, but if you're observing for a daily setup, okay?
It always like this. I mean, like, it always happen like this, T.
100%.
Okay.
Why? Is there something wrong? Is there
No.
something in your experience that says?
No, because this is the new knowledge that I received. Never backstress about this kind of movement, like for H4 in M5 and daily on the M15. Because when you draw, you make it like it's easy, but when you see at the market, it's, like your heart like pumping like crazy, or this is a break or not, this is a break or not, seeing with the chart complete, it really different with when you on it, you know what I mean. So it will make a doubt for on your decision, something like that. When you confidence at first, okay, this is for buy, but you have the doubt that it will break a little, then you cut loss, then it bounce, sometimes like that.
You're going to have to do this. Okay, I'm going to give the craziest homework for all of you later. Okay, this homework is not the type of homework where you can complete after a set amount of time. This kind of homework you can only complete if you complete this homework, it means that you have graduated after my classes already. If you completed this homework, it means that you are as good as me already. Okay, my homework for you later is to flip. This is demo. You must go demo first. Okay. 1,000 to 10,000. No, not 10,000 lah. 10,000 is too much lah. 3,000 lah. 1,000 to 3,000. If you can flip 1,000 to 3,000, okay, it means that you are good already. You are good already. 100%. You are very, very good already. That is my homework for you. Okay, so later, everyone, later I'm going to post the homework in the group, and we're going to see who reaches that first. Okay. Also, I'm going to be joining. I'm going to be joining to see if
Joining
I
for the
can win
challenge.
against you or not. Okay. We
Okay,
are going to.
it's not about how many days, right? I mean,
It's not about how many
just
days. It takes time.
okay. Mm.
Okay. It takes time. So no worries. Okay.
Okay,
And
see, you can
this,
continue.
okay, about your doubts, right? About your doubts, right?
Yes.
Your SL will always be 35 pips. 35 pips. And you're done. You're done. Don't think too much. One thing I told Vic, right? Vic was one-on-one with me. Yeah, I realized that, Daddy, yeah, you have some problems and I need to troubleshoot you. Okay. Now your problem,
Mm.
yeah, is that you are very got spider web in your head, you know? Like
Yeah, I know. Think too much.
when you think too much,
Mm.
exactly. Okay. You have to understand that it's okay if you lose. Okay.
Mm.
It's okay if you lose. All you got to do is just trust your knowledge, and then if you lose, you'll understand why. And so you put it down in your notes. Next time, don't do this. Next time, don't do that. And if you don't know why you lost, come talk to me. Come talk to me. I'll tell you why you lost. Okay.
Okay, see.
No worries. And don't like come to me with, hey T, come, how come I have this H1 setup and I came with this moment. I'm like, no, no, no. This is when I teach you how to take H1 setup. Huh? No, no, no. Okay. Don't come to me with your H1 setups. Come to me with my setups. Okay.
Okay.
Because trust me, even if you follow this more, if you follow this formula, you become a very rich man. Okay, kejap je. Kejap je means only
It,
it
it,
takes only a short amount of time for you to be rich. Okay,
okay.
so your SL will always be 35 pips, and once you entry, just pretend you didn't entry. Set entry, set SL. Look at it again after a few hours. I don't know, a few hours, have 1.5 hours. Take a look at it. That one is easier said than done lah. Because when I first started, right? When I first started, I was like, oh shit, man. Every 5 minutes I check. Every 5 minutes I check. You know? And not every 5 minutes. Sometimes I open, I look. Hey, come lah, go up lah, go up lah. I'm buying. Come on, come on. And then it turns blue. Yay! Yeah. And then it go down again. Ayo. Man. No, 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 no. Bad practice. If you trade like that, you're not gonna be in the game for long because it's gonna stress you out. Okay. You see, I've taken losses when I'm sorry lah. I like to babble. I like to talk a lot. Is it okay with you guys? Because I'm talking
It's
about
okay.
experience.
Yeah, because
Ah,
experience is expensive, man.
yeah, thanks, man. Okay, David, you okay?
Yeah, good so far.
Okay, okay. And so you see, I've had these moments where I've taken losses while while it was floating. I was suffering, looking at it again and again. And then the second scenario is basically I took losses. I'm like, I woke up in the morning. Oh, lost. Okay, I can do this again. I can get this back. Which one is better? First or second?
Second is better.
Second is much better because you don't suffer much. It's just a straight shot to the head and then we're done. The first one is basically torture. Stab you, stab you, stab you, stab you, stab you. Second one is just a shot to the head and you're done. So you want the second way. If you're gonna go out, you're gonna want to go out in a painless way. So you gotta remember, if you're not looking at the charts, you're doing it for you. You're doing it. Maybe your mindset says, what happens if I don't look? If you don't look, or if you look, it's the same. You're still going to profit. You're still going to lose. Why you want to torture yourself? So once you enter, don't think about it. Go away. Get the fuck out of there. And then, yeah. The most extreme way is deleting MT4 lah, but don't do that. Don't do that, please. Just have good self-control. Okay. Once you enter, just get the fuck out of MT4. We're done. Okay. Okay. Woo, that's a lot of fucking talking. Okay. So next, let's talk about how you entry. My only entries will just be SNR, SNR trend line. No fancy, that's all. SNR trend line. I don't use EMA. I use EMA for my line chart lah. Yeah, I don't use RSI. I don't use butterfly method, Fibonacci. No. SNR and trend line. So let's talk about SNR. The SNR cycles, right? The SNR cycles is basically freshers. I think I'm the only one in the market that uses this kind of technique. And so now go T. Okay. Freshers. Now, what the fuck is fresh and what the fuck is freshers? So remember when I say freshers, so let's say you want to sell, right? You want to sell fresh. Oh yeah, I want to change the color lah. I want to change the color. Fresh will always be red. Freshers will always be blue. Okay, freshers. So let's say you are looking for a sell. Right? You're looking for a sell. Your fresh is up there, right? Price is down here. You are going to have to take freshers above. Price take there, go down, we're done. Okay? It has to make big movements towards it, and then we're done. Okay? And now we look at buy. Freshers, price arrives, boom, layer, boom, goes up. Okay, that's all. Freshers is simply like that. You take a fresh level below it, you take a nice level below it, and then we're done. Okay.
Is it matters when the price came to the freshers? T. I mean, like if we know that this is the level, the fresh level of H4, like my previous question. Do we have to look at the M5 movement when it reaches
100%? You can only entry at freshers and then going on. Yeah, that good question, but that's exactly what I'm going to explain. And then, of course, on the way, look at the lower time frame. When price is on the way there, look at the lower time frame. How does it look? If it looks pretty, you take the shot. If it doesn't look pretty, you don't take the shot. What by pretty, I mean, it can approach the market, it can approach the zone, right? The blue zone in many ways. First one is this. Break. Second one is this. Break. Third one. Go down. Fourth one. Big movement. Go down. There must be, and then this is the last one. Sometimes it go there, pull back big one, and then go down. Boom, it will go down. That is how you determine momentum. There must be at least one huge line. There must be at least one huge line to the downside or the upside. Or to the inverse side. Like, let's say you want to sell, it must be a huge down line towards down there. You want to sell. If buy, there's a huge line above there, and then it goes down. And then yeah, whatever lah. Okay, so you must look at the LTF. If on the way it makes big patterns, you can entry. If on the way it makes shitty patterns like these guys, you don't entry. Don't entry. There's no point. There's no point. Okay. That is how you play with the market. That is how you win against the market. You have to watch. You see, once you understand this momentum stuff, you can claim to people that the market, you can understand the market's language, because this is the market's language. You can claim to people that the dragon tell me to sell, I sell, and people are like, what? You can, the dragon can talk to you, the gold can talk to you. Yes, gold can talk. This is how gold talks. This is how gold talks. This is the language of gold. The language of gold is momentum. Hey, Daddy, answers your question.
Yeah, because correct me if I'm wrong, because when you said that when you touch the blue line, it
Yeah.
creates the momentum, then break. But you said that
Oh, no. It
creates
has
the
to,
pattern.
the momentum, you have to observe how it approaches, not after, not after it touches. Okay. If on the way it has big patterns, right? And then it will react. Okay.
Okay, if the price just little approaching the line, that means it's gonna break.
It's gonna break.
Okay.
Okay.
And is it there's a specific time, like I mean in
No,
the US session it will
I
create like
don't.
this, or just in every session it always doing like this
I don't.
in
I
your
don't.
experience?
In my experience, I've never cared about any sessions actually.
Okay.
I've never thought about what kind of session I'm in. I've never thought about what time it is. All I know is that if the market does this, I'm going to entry. If the market doesn't do that, I'm not going to entry. Okay? Because
Okay.
trading is already it's already a very complicated game. Making it
Hmm.
more complicated is going to ruin things. Okay? So
Okay, then
keep it super simple. Okay?
okay, and when you draw it in the line like this,
Yes.
it looks like it's easy, but when you took it in the candlestick in the market, it doesn't make like this, right? I mean,
Yes. Okay.
it
So
it
I'm
against
going
you,
to,
against your mind.
yeah.
Okay.
Use my mind. Continue.
No, no, I mean, is it this is a you against your mind
You
when
against
you
your
think
mind.
that uh,
Wait, can I record this? Can I record this? Because it
uh,
sounds, it sounds cool. Okay, go. Wait, okay. Continue.
about what? Sorry.
About you against your mind. Sounds nice.
I said it again. You mean
Yeah. Say it again.
is it against you against your mind, or again you against you?
It's you and your mind is the same thing. You and your mind is the same thing. At the end of the day, trading is about using your brain while battling your emotions. So
Oh, I see.
what you're going to have to do is be smart while controlling all the emotions inside of you. Because you see, you can't trade well if you don't know how to use your brain, and but have good emotions, and you also can't trade well if you know you have really good emotions but don't know how to use your brain. Okay, so both things have to come hand to hand. Your brain needs to be good, your emotions need to be in check. Once you have both, and both of that, they come through experience, it comes through pain, it comes through practice. So once you're able to have both of that, you're king already. Okay,
Okay, see.
lovely. Hey, that sounds awesome.
Okay. You
Okay.
make it awesome.
Thank you. David, you okay? I'm scared lah. David likes to very silent man lah, this guy.
Yeah, I
David.
just like to listen and then
Mhm.
make my own understanding of it.
Okay. 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 No worries. Okay, so that is how you entry when it comes to freshers. That's the only thing I'm doing. Okay. And so
Okay.
next is trend line, everyone's favorite. There's only 3 types of trend lines, but then there's a sell version and a buy version. So we have 6 now. So some people call this a divergence trend line. So let's say you want to sell. Okay, let's talk about sell first, because let's be honest here. Do you guys like selling or buying? I think I prefer selling, to be honest. Don't know why. Feels nice, right?
Because selling is more pips than buying.
Yeah, correct. And also
Okay.
when you buy, right, there's a spread. It goes up, like that, you know. And like, yeah,
Both type is like sell is more quicker than the buy.
exactly. I hate buying, man. I love selling. Selling feels so good, you know. And like, pop, 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 you know. Woo! And okay. Let me think. I'm thinking. What am I thinking of? Oh, okay.
Or trend line.
Trend lines. So first we have the divergence. The first type is the divergence, which I always use for my reversal. RVTL. Okay. And divergence looks like this. Okay, so both are sell trend lines. And so that's the reverse, that's the divergence. That's the continuation. Continuation. And number 3, we have the breakout. And the breakout divergence. Oh, that's actually 8 lah. Okay, cool. Breakout divergence. Divergence, conti, breakout, breakout divergence. Kalau when it comes to divergence, the only way for you to determine a divergence trend line, remember what I'm saying now. Divergence trend line is looking at second point. Looking at second point. Remember the hints for second point? Remember?
Yes, about weekly level, and there's a second hint on the H4.
Exactly. Okay. And for daily is also the same. Let me show you. Is it this one? This guy here is a daily level, right?
Yes.
Okay. It's a very shitty daily level, but it's still a level. See? Piece of shit. How come this broker tak kena? What? Okay, cool. Get it?
Okay.
This is the second point. This is the hint. Okay? This is the hint. And so it went down because of that daily level. The daily level that we mark on the left is now.
So G, like,
Yes, sir.
how do you choose your first point?
My first point. There's no way to choose your first point. There's no way. But my way of choosing the first point is I like to look at how the trend line looks after I choose the first point. Some trend lines, this one comes through experience. This one truly comes through experience. Some trend lines, right? Some trend lines, they are too close to the SNR level. I don't like it too close. I don't like it too far. I like it just right. Okay. I like it just right. And just right takes some time. Takes some time for you to understand what just right means. Okay. You're going to have to fail a few times when it comes to trend lines, but once you get it, it's the holy grail. You really know how to play with it. Okay.
Do you mean like if you make a H4 trend line like this, when
Yeah.
the price came to one of the two trend line,
Mhm.
you just have to wait for the closing price. Then you know that
No,
it
I
will.
never wait for the closing price. Ever. I never wait for the closing price to enter. You just entry. Take the shot. Take the shot.
Okay, even if it takes in the first line, it touch like this. In the
Yeah.
second line, it touch, then you entry for the second time, or you just ignore it for the second time. You just stick with the first.
You are very, you like to think of it complicated, is it? Who was your teacher? What, how come it's so complicated like this?
No, because I used to see other people like doing the trend line in the M15, M30, H1. Then I try to practice about it. So when I forward test, it make so much doubt. I mean, like when it comes to first line, oh, okay, I confidence it. This trend line it takes. I never knew that about the second touch. Just from you, I know about it. Then, oh, holy shit, this is good. I mean, but before I learn about it, I only make like three lines. Three lines when it hits the first entry, then it goes up. It's floating, right? I mean, okay, it's floating. Then okay, let it be. Let until it closing. That means I'm right. But it break, then I cut in my mind. See, and then the price moving in the second trend line. Okay, I try to entry again. I'm wait until the closing. That means I'm right. This is my
Then
experience.
suddenly it breaks you,
About
is
the
it?
knowledge. Huh?
And then suddenly it breaks everything, right?
Yeah, I mean, like this knowledge is come from experience, without knowledge.
First
So
of all,
basically I'm just want to
first
know
of all,
that
Debbie,
is it
Debbie,
in
yeah.
my mind is right, or I completely messed up about everything.
Debbie, brainwash yourself. Your past
Yeah,
experiences, throw it away. Throw it away. Your
okay, I try to
doubts,
decide it.
okay, your doubts, your past experiences, your painful experiences. Why you will feel doubtful is because on the lower time frames, every hour there's at least 5 trend lines. Am I correct?
Yeah, about 3 or 4 trend line.
Or four, there's a lot of trend lines. Am I correct?
Yeah, because you just predict. I mean,
Mm.
you
And
never
then
know the
it's
market
like
goes through. You just
exactly.
predict.
All you do is entry without looking at anything else. Or there's a trend line, you entry. There's a trend line, you entry. Am I correct?
Yeah, sometimes like
Okay.
that.
Sometimes like that, and that's not the way. Okay. As there's SNR, there's trend line, you entry. There's SNR, there's trend line, you entry. But you forgot that the higher time frame must always be respected. Okay. And
Okay,
so the only way for you to be good at this, right? You got to take your time, and then you got to take it slow, take out all your past experiences, take it as your learning lessons, but don't push away all the anxiety, push away all your bad experiences, and start new. Start a fresh, clean daddy.
okay,
Okay? Whatever M50 and M30 trend lines that you were confused before, throw it away.
okay.
Now it's time for you to become the new you. Okay? It's time for you to be, because daddy, if it's so peaceful for you to trade the higher time frames, you know that it's very, very
Mm.
peaceful. It's very, very peaceful. You got to get used to it. Okay, it's very, very peaceful. Mm.
So basically, with this new knowledge, I'm like in
Mhm.
the level, and there's a second hand, and you
Mhm.
only take the trend line in the H4. I will try
Yeah,
that. I mean, like
yeah.
more precise. I mean, like it should be take the trend line right. It's not
Mhm.
about M5 trend line, M15 trend line,
No,
or
no,
everything.
no, no, no. No one cares about M15 and M5 trend lines. I have friends who do that very well. Okay.
Mm.
I'm not saying that I don't care about M15. I have friends who do that very, very well. I have teachers who can do that very, very well. But you see, it takes too much chart time. By chart time, I mean, it takes too much learning from the market for you to do that. It takes way too much time. Okay.
It's by
So
experience.
it's my experience. Do you want to spend months and months and months just to understand that technique? No, right? Okay.
No,
What
it's
you want?
stressful.
Yes, just use the higher time frame, because the higher time frames are very easy to understand. Okay. Some people
Okay.
think the lower time frames are easier. No, no, the higher time frames are much easier. Because if you ask any Sifu you see on Instagram, they're going to tell you, how come it go down? Focus higher time frame. How come it go up? Focus higher time frame. You've heard that before, right?
Yeah, heard a lot.
Heard it a lot, and that's the truth, because the higher time frames will always decide. It will always be the main deciding factor on whether price wants to go up or price wants to go down.
So T, I got a question.
Sure, go ahead,
Um,
man.
let's say we have our first point and second point.
Okay.
And what if like price misses the third point, does not touch
Um,
and then drops? How do we know whether this price has now continued sales, or it will
um,
come back up and touch the trend line again? I
good,
don't know
good
if you got my
question.
question.
Good question. Good question. Good question. How do I say it? If it misses your trend line, right? There could only be two possibilities. There could only be two possibilities, because price never misses a trend line. Never. Okay. Possibility number one is that your trend line is extremely far away. Possibility number two is that you just pick the wrong first point. And the thing is about price is that it can either respect if there's a trend line in the right area, if there's a trend line in the right area, right, you 100% it will take the trend line first. It will ignore the SNR, take the trend line, and then the movement will come. But let's say if you're in that situation and you're like, you know what, I don't have time to think about if my trend line is right or not. Let's say if it moves without you, look at if it breaks out or not. Let's say right, let's say you were waiting for this trend line, right? And you were like, oh shit, I didn't see that there was this trend line here. So what you gotta do is just wait for the breakout and then continue sell lah. Broke out and then wait and continue your sales. Okay.
So breakout, pullback, entry.
Breakout, pullback, entry.
Okay.
So if it misses, you need to know whether the direction has changed or not. See if it breaks out. See if it breaks out in that specific direction that you're looking for. Okay.
Yeah, got it.
Lovely. Wait, few minutes, take a break.
Yeah,
That's
sure,
cool.
sure, sure.
My ass was hot, you know.
Your ass is
Too much
okay.
sitting here.
Okay, dude.
Let's break 5 minutes for smoke, you know.
Okay, yeah. Okay, I get it. Yeah, I want to smoke as well, man. Yeah, it's gonna be a long session today, which is why I charged my iPad. Finally. Would you try to get me? Hey, you guys want to listen to music with me?
What kind of music do you listen to?
Let's go. Okay, can you see my
Yeah, I can see.
oh, sorry, I like to play games, man. And I like to play games and watch people eat food. It's fun. Yeah. Have you heard about you listen to rap or do you listen to like chill music?
Every good music.
Yeah.
iPhone is good, huh? Let me see my Spotify. Installing Spotify. What the fuck is wrong with my Spotify?
Updating maybe.
I think so too. Let's go. Light songs. Have you guys watched Top Gun?
Yeah, last week.
Oh, it's really good, huh?
It's really good.
Crazy. I felt like I was in a fucking jet, you know?
The thrill, you know.
Mm-hmm. Have you guys heard Glimpse of Us?
Sorry.
Have you guys heard the song Glimpse of Us?
And then I haven't heard it, but yeah, you can play everything that you think nice. We just go through.
Mm-hmm. She turned the rain to a rainbow when I was living in the blue. Why then if she's so perfect, I still wish that it was you. Perfect don't mean that it's working, so what can I do when you're out of time in my mind? Cause sometimes I look in her eyes and that's. Do you guys know that I'm a drummer? I used to perform, you know? And I tried to fall for her touch. Oh, gone already.
Oh, you play a band?
No, I was a drummer. Dun, 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 dun.
Oh, you like to drum, or you really a drummer of a band?
I'm really a drummer of a band.
Oh, that's cool.
Mm-hmm. I perform for my university.
Oh, you still in college? I mean,
Yeah. I'm learning electrical engineering. I'm a
oh,
I'm a
yeah,
I'm a rich college kid.
yeah, I believe that.
You'll find a glimpse. Maybe you'll start slipping slow. Find me again when you're outside. Cause sometimes I look in her eyes and that's where I find a glimpse of us. And I try to fall for her touch, but I'm thinking of the way it was. Said I'm fine, said I moved on. I'm only here passing time in her arms, hoping I'll find a glimpse. I know you think of me. All right. So you guys want more time or we're gonna continue?
We can continue
Let's
if
go.
everyone okay.
David, you there?
Yeah, yeah, done.
All right, let's go. The market is about to open in like what? A few hours, 4 hours ish. All right, let's go. Put your background. Ta-da, we're back. We're back. We're back. We're back. Okay. And right. So where's my screen? Right. Oh, okay. Okay. So back to entries. La, 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 la. Okay. So back to entry. If you want to take divergence, you have to use the reversal method. The reversal method is finding the second entry, second point. The hint for the second point. Continuation, breakout divergence, all of these bad boys are you're going to use engulf. Okay, engulf. And the engulf must happen at the first point, and the engulf must happen at the second point as well. Okay, at both points, the engulfing must happen. Because if it happens on one point, it's not enough. Must happen both. You're going to have to trust me on this. Because if you look closely at the trend lines, the best trend lines all have engulfing, if it's not divergence. Okay. And yeah, David was testing out and he was happy, he finally found he's finally a part of a secret society now. Huh? Okay. So, first of all, yeah, let me think. Teaching is hard, because you need to think how exactly to make your students understand.
Just try your best.
I'll try my best, and if my best is not enough, just tell me, I'll try better. Okay.
Okay.
Ooh, I'm in space. Okay. So number one is divergence. Okay, number one is divergence. So you want to sell, okay? You want to sell. So trend line must come with SNR. Trend line cannot come with trend line. Trend line, SNR, yeah, SNR can be friends with SNR because freshers, right? But trend line, there must be a SNR level that it has to respect. Okay. And so you see, first of all, let's say this is your sell level. Okay. This is your sell level. And so divergence is like this, like this, like that, boop, and then it goes down. That's divergence. Okay, divergence means that at the point, this is higher time frame, cell level. Okay, and so when it comes to divergence, there's no engulf needed. No engulf. Reversal trend line is reversal trend line. If the point appears over there, if it appears like this, you take it. Okay. Second is continuation. These are all for cell, okay? For buy the exact same way. Second is for continuation. Conti. Continuation is also for cell. Top, 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 top. Oh, okay. Continuation, you don't have to know second point, third point. No, just take the continuation trend line. And first point must have engulf. What is engulf? When the body of the next candle, when the body of the next candle, when the body of red candle eat blue candle. Okay, the body must eat the shadow of the blue candle. Okay, and of course over here same thing. Boom. Okay. Sometimes it takes time. Yeah, like that also can. Okay, boom, and then it goes down. This is continuation. And then we have breakout trend line. Breakout trend line is like this. I'm very OCD with my trend lines, you know. Over here, engulfing buy happens. Okay, there's a breakout trend line, and then we have the breakout divergence. Namun impian ini hanya ilusi, reality kita cipta takkan terjadi. Over here there's engulfing buy. Sudah tiba masanya untuk mengucapkan selamat tinggal. All right, and so that's all. That's all the type of trend lines we have. So the only types of channel, the only channel that does not rely on engulfing is the divergence. Okay, so what is the difference in divergence and continuation? Both are cell, right? First of all, the existence of the second point. Okay. Next is the existence of the fact that when it got, why is it divergent? Divergent means that you want to sell, right? You want it to go down, but the trend line is headed upwards. That's why there's breakout and breakout divergence. Breakout is the trend line moves downwards and you want to go sell. And for breakout divergence, you want it to go downwards, but you are trying to, but then the trend line is headed upwards. Okay. And of course, there is the Holy Grail setup. Holy Grail setup is this guy. Happens on every time frame. SnR breakout, take it, and then it go down. Okay. This one, I've never seen it break before. I'm gonna be honest, I've never seen it break before. Sometimes it goes a bit and then it goes up again, but it's never broken before. Okay. But then I don't use that much. Okay. Yeah. That's the trend lines. And that was for your entries. That's for your SnR. And then of course, for your trend line, as it approaches, the pattern must happen, okay? The pattern must happen. M5 or M15. Okay. Pattern must have. Okay. Pattern must have. And my specific, my way of trading, I'm not a fan of taking the weekly. Usually, the trend lines, most of the time, it works for H4 setups and daily setups. For weekly, I think it's best for you to use SnR, which is freshest lah. Okay, because there are many times where I try to use it on the weekly for the trend line. Sometimes it floats a bit more than I want. Okay, so for weekly, more to SnR. Trend line is quite rare. Trend line, you just wait for its, if the trend line happens and then it breaks out and then you know the weekly has started already. Okay, so for H4, M5, D1, M15, you must watch how it approaches the trend line. This is your trend line. Boom. You must approach like big movement, pump, and then go down. Okay, must watch the M5. And then for M15, same thing. Wop. Pop, go down. Okay, very nice, very simple, very easy. Now it's time for live market practice, which is our final segment of today. And whatever comes after this is all refreshment for you. Okay.
Okay.
Oh, I'm kind of scared. Okay. Ini hanya ilusi, realiti kita cipta takkan terjadi. Oh. Okay, so the market started off here. So this is all the candles for this week. Okay, all the candles for this week. So number one, so we can observe that in this candle, right, it goes down. Why it goes down? Because it took this as an okay, this guy, you can actually look at it as a gap, because it's a very, very shitty candle. Okay, and so this guy, right, you make line only lah, you mark this candle. Where is it? Sorry lah guys, I forgot already lah. What happened this day? I think it was this one lah. No, I don't think it's that one. I think it's this one. Yes. Because how I look at it, all I see here is that It's just a red gap candle. That's how I look at it. So I take it, and then I take H4. I look, how can I sell here? I take here. Where is our freshers? Our freshers, what kind of line you want to use? What color?
Blue, blue.
Ayo.
Fresh is red.
Fresh is red, freshers is blue. Okay, and then this is your freshers. Ta-da! Get it? Get it or not? This one, and then we look at M15. Where are you? Ta, 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 ta. Over here, you can start entry. You see there's big patterns. Big patterns. Over here, you can start entry, and then it goes down. How to determine patterns? It takes experience, but you're going to get it soon. To me, right? To me, I see this already. I see this already. I know already. This one a big pullback already. This one, whatever lah. Okay. On the way there, and you don't see it approaching like this, do you? You don't see it approaching like this. Doesn't approach like that. It approach in big wavy patterns. So you take it. Boom. Now it goes down. It goes down. Until it goes down until where? It goes down until here, my friend. It goes down over there. It go down over there. And then, where is our freshers? Our freshers is over here. Get it?
Okay.
Okay. And then try opening the was it M15? Look at how it approaches. Where is it? You see? Ayo, how come I cannot explain in backtesting? I can explain in live market, but I don't know how to explain in backtesting. Swan. Where? Is it job? What am I looking
Use
for?
arrow. Use arrow.
Okay, okay.
See.
Let me try. Well, over there I took a shot. I took the shot. Forgot why. Okay, never mind. Yeah. I remember. I'm sorry. Pa. Get it? It's a big movement. On the way there, you can see off in the distance. It's actually a huge one. So, boom, then it fly. Sorry. I have a memory of a turtle. And then it goes up again. It goes back to this level. And what do you have now then? It goes back up again. Oh my God, wait. It goes back up again. What the fuck, man? I'm so sorry. I don't remember my entries anymore. Let me put the day. Okay. Goes there. Take this line. Stage 4. This one is your entry line. See the M15 as it approaches. As it approaches, what can you see? Is it this one? Or is it the other one on the back? This one, I think. This one, right? Let's see. What you trying to do? What you see? What you trying to do? What you trying to do? Aha! Found you. You see how big of the pattern it makes? Boom, 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 boom. Over here can entry. Cow, you can entry here. Boom. So you see over here, right now we can see that the weekly is in sell. But how come it go up? Weekly, this one is the weekly, right? This one is weekly gap, and then what you can see is that daily is over here. The next, okay, this one is weekly red color. Weekly red color. Where is the blue? Where is the blue color? Blue color where? Can someone tell me?
Is it for sell or buy?
For your sell, because we are going to sell.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Where is the blue color? Can you spot it?
The blue candle before the red long.
The blue candle before the red long one.
Yeah.
Precisely, my friend. This guy. Would you try again? Ta-da! Oops. Ta-da! That is the freshers. So after it came to the freshers, what happened next? Went down.
M15.
No. When it comes to weekly, you have to look at the M30.
Okay.
Like I told you, actually it hit, by the way, not in this broker, but in my MFF. But over here, sometimes it makes one big one and then it goes down, up again. So this is good enough already because it's not choppy. It's big. Okay. Price arrives there. Piece of shit. Price arrives there. Boom, take your shot, and then it goes down. But then before it goes down, it has to take what? You see that we have this. And then what was down there? We have the engulfing trend line. Remember that our breakout divergence down here. So now when it takes this, it has to go daily to daily. So where is the next daily? Daily is up there. Daily is up here as well. And then up there we have a trend line. Boom. Take it and then it goes down. And so now what I see is basically, of course, there's H4 continuations everywhere. Everywhere have H4 continuation. But I can't seem to find them right now. Here. Here. And then where is our blue line? Our blue line is Well, I forgot. Oh yeah. This one is Kai's knowledge, huh? Kai's Kukubert knowledge. Free for you. Right at me. If there's a gap, right? After this gap comes a red candle, like engulf, right? And then there is one fresh, it touches a bit, you can still take it. They call it first try. Yeah, that's Kai's knowledge, but I'm not very versed with that. And next, where is it? And then it went down again. It went down some more. Over here. Why did it go down? It's because see this? This guy here. Not that one. So, ta-da! There's the our breakout divergence because it has an engulf. Ta-da! So now our current bias is this one takes practice, lah, my man. Takes practice. This one, you'll see that daily has closed above, turned into a blue candle. So if tomorrow it breaks this out, can continue buying. Continue buying until where? Continue buying until here. Over here, H4. My guess is we have a continue breakout trend line here. So price should be able to come here, should be able to go down, and we're done. And remember, if you have freshes, but you have a trend line, wait for the trend line. Okay, so technically over here, what we have here is a fresh level. So now we are in H4. Okay, that one daily, right? And then now we look at H4. Our freshers technically is this HNS. Our freshers technically is the HNS. But then I won't entry at the HNS. I will wait until the trend line. Why? It is because, like I said, if there is a trend line, you have to wait until the trend line first. Hit the trend line and then you can entry properly. Okay?
Okay. So
Yeah.
it's a possibility that it will break the SNS.
It will have a long shadow, I think.
Oh, okay.
Okay, it will have a long shadow and takes it and then it goes down. That is my prediction for gold next week lah. If this happens, I'm going to entry. You're going to see me layer a shit ton up there. If this happens, then it goes down. Why? Because right now, what can we see? Right now, monthly is in what monthly? Monthly is in buy or sell?
Buy.
Buy. Weekly is in
Selling.
Sell. Daily possible untuk buy, right?
Yeah.
So it has to go up first. If it breaks this out, remember closing, breakout, breaks this out. If it breaks that out, so it means that daily is a solid buy. Daily has to finish its buy first and then it can go down. Okay? For weekly to continue selling to get to its next weekly point and then it can continue buying for the monthly. Okay?
Okay.
Whew. Woo. Okay. All right. So I think that's all. So you guys have any questions before we say goodbye?
It's a multi-time frame
It's a
knowledge, I think.
It's a multi-time frame game and it takes experience. Time up. Yeah. Just have to know. My recommendation for you to learn quicker is always have like a reminder beside you. You write monthly is in by, monthly is in whatever, monthly is in X, MN equals this one, weekly. No, I'm not going to put question mark because you must know what's happening. MN is equals buy sell, weekly is equals buy sell, daily is equals buy sell. You just need to know all that right beside you. Maybe if you want to trade, right? Before I want to trade, you ask yourself, what flow are we in right now? What just happened? Okay. So if you're able to do that, you're done already. You're done already. You win already in the market. Okay. You must just be able to follow it. You must know the formula. Just must know the formula. Okay. And remember, before you entry, red line, don't entry. Blue line, you must entry. Make sure you wait for the momentum. Make sure you must look very pretty. Big structures. It's okay if it just has one type, one pull, but then as long as it's big, okay. And for trend line, for the 8 types, okay. So there's just 4, but then there's buy and sell, okay. So the three versions need engulf. The divergence does not need engulf. It just needs a second point, okay. It just needs a second point confirmation. And like everything else, before it reaches, we must look at M5 or M15. Sometimes actually for weekly, and you can even see M15, so it's okay. Whatever lah. And remember, weekly, I don't really prefer trend lines. I prefer more to SNR. Yeah. Okay. So it takes time. It takes time for you to totally understand this. Give yourself time. Give yourself experience. It's not time. You need experience. You don't need time. You need experience. And in order to get experience, you need time. Okay. So take it slowly. Be consistent every week. Take your shots. With every loss you learn, with every win you profit and learn. Okay. Oh, I wish all the best to all of you. And remember, I'm not the Sifu that suddenly disappears. Hopefully, yeah, I don't disappears. Either I die or I get kidnapped. I hope both doesn't happen. Okay. I hope you guys can do your best. Okay. But trade smart, don't trade hard. That's the thing about trading. When it comes to studies, you can study hard. But in trading, the harder you trade, the worse it becomes. So trade smart, don't trade hard. Yeah. Oh, okay, wait. I must record your your feedback so that I can budget on IG. Can I?
Okay.
Is that okay?
Record. On the chat, maybe?
On the chat. I'll just like record. I'll just record myself. I'll just record the screen. Okay, wait, guys, be good people, All right, boys. So how was it?
It's a great refreshment. I mean, the knowledge is very interesting, and hopefully we can practice from it.
Thank you so much. How about you, man?
Yeah, the coming from a SMC point of view, the stuff that you have taught is, let's say, it's very, very interesting to say the least.
Thank you.
You know,
Thank you.
almost feels like secret society stuff.
Secret society, you know?
Yeah.
All right, boys. I wish you all the best. Take care for next week, yeah?
Yep.
Okay.
See you.
Thank you, T.
All right. Thank you, boys. I'll see you. Bye-bye.
Don't forget the record, okay?
Yes, of course. I'll send it to you.
Okay. Thank you. See you.
Bye-bye,
Goodbye.
boys.
Good night.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye. Good night, everyone.